So right here we have our front garden. Unfortunately we have to put a fence around it since our chickens are just too eager to get in here. We can just climb over here. Right here we have a couple of peas, snack peas, and some to freeze, and some beans. But unfortunately they get kind of eaten alive by aphids. But we do have a couple of ladybugs that are trying to reproduce here. So let's see if they can make it in time. Yeah, and right here we have one of our two cabbage beds. Those are all no-dig beds. We are using straw as mulch, and in between we have a few sunflowers spread around and some chamomilla, and yeah, just different kinds of cabbage varieties spread out here. We had to do 2 or 3 new sets of them because they've just gotten eaten or just didn't really sprout at first, unfortunately. And right here we have a few more beans, and we built a trellis with just like with a fence here all around, and they're starting right now, but they're still small. Unfortunately, they gotta grow a bit more in the next few days if they get enough water. And in betweens we have some arugula and right here, and some potatoes from last year that just popped up in this bed since it was our potato bed, and another few herbs. Got another mint here. Yeah, so and here those were some Asia salads, but they went straight to bloom, and so we're just gonna let this bloom and maybe harvest some seeds. And this is our second cabbage bed. I have some different kinds in here, and some kale, yeah. And funny thing, we even have a tomato that just grew in here. Didn't plant this, and you can see those are the big cabbages from like March, I think we put them in. And here's like the third batch that's coming up, and we have a squash or a pumpkin that sowed itself because we have our own horse manure, and I think it was just on our on our pile there, the seeds. Let's see what it's gonna be. Hopefully in Hokkaido, but we don't know yet. In between we have a few different kinds of squash or pumpkins sold around here, or planted all around here. Right here we have some onions and some garlic. The garlic, although it looks a bit tiny because it was just some Spanish garlic we bought in February and planted in here, and just to try it out. But some of them are looking decent, and they already have a decent bulb. I don't know if you can tell from here, but they're starting to thicken. The same with the onions. The variety is Stuttgarter Riesen, so we hope they'll get quite big, but we'll start thinning out as of tomorrow because they're just too they don't have enough space. Oh, here's a good one. So they're starting to get really big. And yeah, we got some radish and different radish varieties here, but they started to bloom right away, so we'll just let that for the bees and stuff. And here is our sweet corn patch. It's growing nicely now. We had some trouble at first. It was really light when we planted it and didn't start to grow, but now it's growing really nice actually. Hopefully we can harvest soon. And here's our salad bed. It's looking better now, but a lot of weeds in between. And unfortunately we have one mouse. I think it's only one mouse. Already saw it. It's a big honker, just lurking around here and nibbling on some of the salads and some spinach here. But the same, you can tell, like from the leaves, they've been troubled by aphids too. Same goes for all that stuff here. You can really see it, unfortunately. And all the Asian salads too, they just started going into bloom here and all around here too. And then we have salads we actually got as a present, and there were like 30 of them just stuck together, and we just threw them in there and hoped for the best, and they actually turned out to grow quite nice. Yeah, some more Asian salads. And now we have our tomato batch here, tomato bed. Also we built a trellis again with a bit of fence, and yeah, they're starting to grow nicely now too. Some of them are getting their first flowers, and we even have our first tomatoes stuck on this one. At least a few small ones. I don't know if you can see them. There's one right here. Yeah, so they're gonna start producing soon. And right here is gonna be our zucchini and pumpkin field, basically. We mulched here a lot, so they've been having a bit of trouble now because the mulch is sucking out all the nitrate. But it's gonna start soon. They're gonna grow nicely. And it's starting. We have like a row of zucchinis all around down there, and this is all squash or pumpkin. We have, I think, 4 different varieties this year. So let's see. And we got some corn planted in rows in between here that's starting to pop out. Always got to watch out where you walk. A last tray of different kinds of tomatoes, since we have 40 different varieties this year. Let's see how many gonna pan out to be quite good. Yeah, and just a couple of herbs in there, and some flowers, some zinnias, I think. Yeah, and that's gonna be that is our front garden. Let's see how it's gonna turn out in the next few weeks. Hopefully we'll get a bit of rain.